Hi everyone, and welcome to the April edition of Grafton Minute by Minute, a program that features events that take place right here in the town of Grafton. I'm Bob DeToma. Well, recently I had the opportunity to talk to Superintendent Jay Cummings, and it only seemed fitting to talk to the Assistant Superintendent, Tracy Kalo. Here's my chat with her. Tracy Kalo, hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Nice to have you here. So we've only been recently acquainted, so this is kind of a get-to-know-you segment, but it's probably true for some of the people in town, I would imagine.
Yes.
So where are you from?
So I originally grew up in Connecticut.
Oh, really?
I grew up in a very small town in Connecticut, Watertown, Connecticut, and went through college, right through graduate school in Connecticut. And my former husband took a job with Fidelity, maybe about 15, 16 years ago, and we moved to Mass, and I've been a Massachusetts resident ever since.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay. So did you always want to be a teacher? Or
You know, I think I was destined to be a teacher.
Really? Why?
Well, my maternal grandparents were teachers. My mother was a teacher. My aunt, her sister, was a teacher. My cousins, my sister, everyone's a teacher.
Okay, so
Yes.
it's in the blood then.
It is, and I swam competitively as a child, and as an outgrowth of that, I started to teach swimming lessons, and I really loved it. I found it very rewarding, and so I think that's kind of what started my path.
So when you were little, did people ask you, what do you want to be? And you just said, I want to be a teacher? Or did you have like an aha moment one day? And
I think it was a gradual aha moment. The more I got involved with teaching and tutoring, particularly in English, that's ultimately what I became, was an English teacher. I decided that it was just very rewarding, and I felt like I was having a meaningful impact on people's lives, and I enjoyed it.
Okay. So do you share a common agenda on a daily basis with Jay Cummings, or do you guys kind of work on different projects simultaneously, or how does that working relationship, what does your day look like?
So I think the day varies, but I'm very curriculum focused right now. So you'll often find me in the buildings with curriculum committees and working with teachers after school. So Jay and I kind of meet up as we can to kind of address any concerns that may have come up, or if he wants to run something by me. We kind of touch base at least daily, but really more or less we see each other once a week for a very structured meeting, and then sometimes we're like ships in the night.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not elbow to elbow.
No.
Okay. Common focus. Okay. Yeah, I always wondered how that would work, considering the heavy lifting you two probably have to do in the course of a week.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. So in just the short amount of time I've known you, you strike me as kind of a driven personality. I noticed that when you walk through the building, you seem to walk with a purpose. Did I get that right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. So how would you describe that? Where does that come from?
I think that comes from years of being a high school administrator.
Okay.
And I spent a lot of time in the halls. And I think that I'm kind of always, as a high school administrator, you're kind of always moving, and you're very, very busy. And I kind of just feel like I'm kind of always in a rush. Not in a bad way, but I'm very driven, and I want to get to where I need to be and get started. So absolutely, that's correct.
I wasn't sure how to ask that question, because my first thought was, this woman's father was either a cop or she grew up on a military base, or I wasn't quite sure
Funny.
where it came from, because it really is. It's just like, don't get in this person's way.
It certainly indicated my presence in the halls.
Yeah.
And so the big joke was, if I didn't wear heels, I could kind of sneak up on anybody and they'd have no idea I was there. It was great.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
So do you still swim?
I do not.
No?
I do not. I spin now. I lift, but I don't swim anymore.
You spin.
I do. I take spinning classes.
What is a spin class?
So it's a stationary bike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I love them. I do early morning classes, and
Okay.
it's great. It's a lot of fun.
All right, I got it. So when you come to work in the morning, do you know what your day is going to be like, or are you sometimes caught off guard? Is it like it's never the same thing twice, or is there always the chance that something's just going to kind of hit you out of the blue, and you're like, whoa, I didn't see that coming?
I think that there's always that chance in administration. I think as a building administrator, that was absolutely the case. I would have an idea of what I'd like to have done, and 90% of the time it would not get done. Whatever else happened in the building, kind of attracted my attention. I think more in this role, I have a sense of where I need to be, because I'm running so many, or facilitating so many curriculum groups, that my presence is needed there. So for the most part, I have that kind of structured and etched out. If something comes up in terms of a crisis, I of course handle it. But for the most part, I know what my day is going to look like.
So do you notice a lot of differences in the way Grafton does things and the school you came from, or do you find that it's kind of the same?
I think it's kind of the same. For the most part, I think you find the same issues and the same benefits and rewards in education regardless of the district. I think one of the things that has struck me about Grafton that I've been very appreciative of is that I spent my entire professional career at my former school district. And so really it became like a family. It was a second home. And a piece of some of the apprehension I had about leaving that district was, how do you leave people that you've known since you were in your late 20s?
Sure.
And the thing that I'm so appreciative of and so astounded by is that I've been welcomed with open arms here. The teachers, the faculty, the central office staff, they have just been so warm and welcoming that I feel like I've been here for years as well. So I've been very appreciative of that.
So what do you think that Grafton Schools does best?
I think I am constantly, almost daily, bowled over by teachers and staff's sharp focus on doing what's best for kids. The teachers that I'm working with are extending themselves well beyond their work days to rewrite curriculum and to come up with better resources to make sure that they're having an impact on kids and they're helping kids grow and learn. And I'm finding that across the board, and it is just a razor-sharp focus on what's best for kids.
So do you have to change the curriculum frequently?
Typically, no. This is a massive review and a change, but typically then it would last within a certain cycle, and then we would go back and we'd look at it. Curriculum's fluid, so it's always going to change, but in terms of doing something of the scope and breadth that I'm doing now, it wouldn't happen again for a couple of years. Yep.
So when the school year comes to an end, when do you finally relax? Like a week before school starts, or is it one of those things where it's just like it takes the whole summer to calm down, or?
I've yet to have a summer in this role. So I'd be curious to see, but I know there's a fair amount of work on the horizon this summer, so I don't anticipate this summer to be restful.
So you will be working most of the
Oh, absolutely. And I prefer that. That's
Do you wake
great.
up in the middle of the night and just go, oh, I've got to fill in the blank,
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Is it like that?
Yeah, it's always kind of there, which is great. I mean, I prefer that. I enjoy it. I love to be busy. It's kind of like my driven walk.
Okay. Anything you want to leave for the town of Grafton, seeing as we've got everyone watching, or?
Well, I just want to say thank you for the warm welcome. Like I said again, it's been so appreciative.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. It was a pleasure to have you in.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Bob.
Okay, we'll send it back to the studio. We'll be right back after this short message.
Pink is my new obsession. Not even a question. Yes, and pink on the lips of...
Hello everybody, I'm Bob DeToma and I'm in the Town Administrator's office. As you can see, I'm here with Tim McInerney and we're going to talk plastic bins, but more specifically, pink ones, right?
Yeah, we have pink bins that are available. Everybody knows back in July we went to a addition to our curbside recycling program. We're offering smaller pink bins to raise awareness and funds for breast cancer and for cancer awareness. We actually have a two-pronged program. We have pink bags. You've probably seen them curbside. They're the small bags. They're an option for people to buy. They're not mandatory for people to buy. You can still buy the green ones. You buy these pink ones, $1.25 of the proceeds goes to the Susan G. Komen Foundation. So that's for trash. For recycling, the second bin, which is a 64-gallon toter, can be E.L. Harvey. They will deliver it to your house as a second means of recycling for $76. And $15 of that $76 goes to the American Cancer Society. So if you're interested in it, you should take advantage of it. The pink bags are sold at CVS, Goretti's, and Stop and Shop. And like I said, E.L. Harvey sells these pink bins for $76, and $15 of that goes to the American Cancer Society.
So if the citizenry wants to research this further, they can call down here,
They can call us, yes.
or they can go directly to E.L. Harvey.
Yep.
Two options.
Yep. And hopefully you'll scroll the phone number for E.L. Harvey when you do this, so
can
they'll
do
be
that.
able to see and they can get some phone calls. I don't know what the sales are for these pink bins to date. When we first started in July, 2 weeks in, we only had 2 sold, so it's very slow going. But to see these curbside and to get awareness and discussions surrounding the issue is important to us, and also raising the small amounts of dollars that we'll raise means a lot too. But the awareness piece, I think, is the most important.
So there we go. We're trying to get the word out, and we just did. So you can contact E.L. Harvey, or you can contact us down here at the Town Administrator's Office and get more information about the Pink Bin program.
Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Join our free online community, get the resources you need, and connect to other vets who know where you're coming from. IAVA.org. We've got your back.
We recently had something take place in studio that we haven't done in a long time here at GCTV, a live musical performance. For more information on what took place that night, here are Rick Schultz and Bill Robidoux.
And thank you. We are here in studio, in the Grafton studio, and we've got the great guests of Chuck and Mud and the Hole in the Dam band here.
And we are taping them for a in-studio show that's going to be coming on a little later.
Absolutely. We got Rick running the audio. I'm directing. We got Bob DeToma on the camera. And you know what? Let's show you a clip of what we've done here. Check this out.
Here's Chuck and Mud.
Chuck and Mud.
Yesterday, a child came out to wander, caught a dragonfly inside a jar. Tearful when the sky was full of thunder, fearful at the falling of a star. The seasons, they go round and round. Painted ponies go up and down. We're captured on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in a circle. Then the child moved 10 times round the seasons, skated over 10 clear frozen streams. Words like, when you're older, must appease him, and promises of someday make up his dreams. The seasons, they go round and round. Painted ponies go up and down. We're captured on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in a circle. carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in a circle again. So the years spin by, now the boy is 20. Though his dreams have lost some grandeur coming true, there'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams and plenty, before that last revolving year's through. And the seasons, they go round and round, painted ponies go up and down. We're captured on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in a circle again. Oh, and the seasons, they go round and round, painted ponies go up and down. We're captured on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in a circle again. And go round and round and round in a circle again. Thank you. You smiled at me. You looked my way and then you smiled at me, as if to say, come, take this dance, and I'll hold your heart. It's been a day, a sad and lonely day. I can't really say why. It's just my mood. It's just the blues. It's just the headlines in the news. Oh, and you were a stranger passing by. You held your head up to the sunny skies. Oh no, you didn't look down just to let me go by. You looked straight into my eyes, and then you smiled at me
And that wraps up the April edition of Grafton Minute by Minute. Thank you for watching. Come back and check with us in May. I'm Bob DeToma. Good night.
The sun goes down on Dublin town, the colours last for hours old. The lights come on, the night's a song, streets all turn to gold. Gentle mist call heaven's kiss, 2 drops off an angel's wing. Don't you know you'll glad your soul with a walk in the Irish rain. And oh, Catherine, take my hand, I've got 3 pounds and change. And I'll sing you songs of love again when I get too drunk to sing. We'll walk in the Irish rain. Forevermore I've stepped ashore, my sailing days are over. Time and tide, I'm by your side, together we'll grow old. I threw my sea bag in the bin,